Down like an avalanche, then we go dance in the rain. Misty, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone.
Yo, champs in the making.
Hey guys, welcome back. This is Supporters Podcast episode 19.
19. Happy month of Manaphy.
Yay, I love Manaphy. I'm so excited.
I like Fiona.
Oh,
Fiona?
Fiona. I don't know how it's supposed to be pronounced.
It's weird either way.
Yeah.
Don't ask me.
Yeah, we're recording this on June 1st, so it is the month of Manaphy.
That's right.
And that has alliteration. It just makes it so much more fun.
I know.
Like the month of Darkrai. No. Month of Mew, month of Manaphy. Those are good
Month of
months.
Mew, yeah, is good. Month
Yeah.
of Manaphy.
That's a good starting point for that.
I'm just waiting for the power month of Arceus. Great things will happen.
Oh, yeah.
Well, guys, if you're new, we are a Pokemon podcast supporting you on your Pokemon journey and adding some fun stuff to go along with it. So, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
We're really excited. We talk about Pokemon news. We don't do, like, hard-hitting news or anything. We just like to discuss the stuff that happens in between episodes.
Yeah.
So you can hear our thoughts and stuff about everything that's going on, and there's a lot going on this year, so 20th anniversary is bringing a lot to the table.
Yeah, definitely. It's been a wild ride, for sure.
Yeah, it's been wild, and it's only half the year.
Yeah, that's true.
That is
it's
crazy.
in half. Well, yeah, just now.
Yeah,
about
just
halfway
now.
over.
We're just a
Oh
little bit
man, what have you done with the year, you guys?
We've made podcasts and YouTube videos.
That's all you need, I guess.
That's right.
So, guys, you can listen to us on. We've been getting a few questions about this, and I think maybe I haven't been clear. So you can listen to us on iTunes if you have an Apple device, and if you have an Android, you totally have access to Podbean. So all you have to do is go to the Podbean website and search for our podcast, and you can listen to any of them on that website.
And I believe there's also an Android Podbean app.
Yes.
I believe there is. I'm going to verify that right now live in
so
podcast.
Is it
For those-
because you're Team Android now?
I think it might be.
You traitor?
he's done it now.
At least for phones.
Okay.
Mac computers will always have my heart.
Okay.
This is so appropriate. Cause
Okay. Sorry, keep going.
I was going to say, because we just saw Civil War, and I pictured you and Adrian like, Apple's better.
Wow.
Android's better.
I still need to see that movie.
Oh, it's so good.
Man, it's
Fantastic.
so good.
Yes, okay, you can get Podbean on your Android device, so that's how you can listen to us.
Yeah, and if
Perfect.
Chris would have waited for me, I would have said that I used to listen to it on my Android phone. So I know
Oh.
it's possible.
Womp. Sorry.
But yeah, for those of you guys who have Android devices, I know you've been asking me or asking us about how to listen, and you can totally do that. So do it. And we do still need reviews on iTunes. For those of you who listen on there, we could really use your rates and reviews.
Do we have any new reviews?
Yeah, I was going to say, speaking of that, we have a few
Nice.
new reviews. And I promised, like a few episodes ago, that if you left a review, I would plug it on the podcast. So here we go. Let me pull them up.
Plug it. Plug it.
Okay, we actually have 3 new reviews, which is amazing.
3? Wow.
Yeah. So we're
Yeah.
up to 16 reviews.
Let's go.
Thank you guys so much. We have a review from insert name here, and then it says comma hi. So hi.
Comma hi.
They said, this is the first time I tuned into this podcast, and I was floored by the quality of discussions, the professionality of their content and segments, and the ease by which they inserted their guests into the show. I'm anxiously anticipating their next installment. Well, this is the next installment.
Whoa. And now you're part of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shout out
don't
to you.
Feel great.
Shout out to you, insert name here.
Insert name here. Wait, where?
Here. Right here.
We also have one from Big B37. They said, just found this podcast and it easily rivals the other top-rated Pokemon-related pods. Very mellow vibe, and the hosts know their stuff. By the host, he probably means
He
Chris.
probably means Chris, exactly. Host and his friends.
Yeah.
Host and company.
And company.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
That's
thank
awesome.
you. That means a lot, seriously, because we know there's some good
Definitely.
podcasts out there.
Yeah.
So
And then we have our last reviews from Papa Blastoise.
Who's that?
Hey,
Yeah, who's that chump?
Just kidding.
We love you, Papa Blastoise.
Yeah, they just said this group of individuals that make up this podcast are amazing, not to mention their guests they have on from time to time. The podcasts are fresh and up to date. So,
Nice. And I think when he said they're amazing, he was probably talking about Courtney and Nate Drizzy and company.
yeah, probably.
And extended company.
If you're looking for knowledge, go to Chris. If you want people that are fun.
And awesome.
If you want those mellow vibes.
So thank you guys so much for leaving those. We really, really appreciate it. And I'm actually like so happy with the amount that we have right now.
Yeah,
so.
I'm like getting emotional. You guys are so nice.
Yeah, so keep it coming. We really appreciate that.
Yeah, it's a huge encouragement. You have no idea.
Yeah,
Definitely.
it is. And it's really helping us move up on the search results. So that's awesome. Next we have some housekeeping things to talk about. So we are very excited because we have finally nailed down an official schedule for this podcast.
That's right.
Yes.
So until now, we've kind of been just flying by the seat of our pants.
Whenever we could fit it in
Whenever
our
we
schedule.
can do it, yeah, because we're very big. Well, Aaron's not here, but those of us that are here have kids, and
Yep.
we do the league, and we have jobs. so
Exactly.
it's really crazy, and we don't really live close to each other. So, anyways, we are now going to be recording every other Wednesday, starting now. Today
That's
is a
right.
Wednesday. So hopefully we'll be able to get you guys a lot more episodes. I'm really excited about that. And because this is episode 19 and we started this podcast a year ago.
Wow.
So we've done,
Let's
So,
see.
like,
Less than half. Like, how can I put it? There's 52 weeks in a year.
so
yeah.
yeah,
So
1.5 a month.
Yeah,
is
one and
what
a half
we
a
average.
hopefully the rest of the year will definitely, just get some more content up for you guys.
Yeah.
And
So
that's all
that's
thanks.
awesome.
Sorry, I just wanted to let them know that's all thanks to them.
Yeah, totally.
Because of
Definitely.
your reviews and your comments, we want to keep pushing these out on a consistent basis.
Yeah, and it gets frustrating too. Just, we'll realize one week, oh my gosh, we haven't recorded in a long
Definitely.
time.
Right.
So this will prevent all of that, and that now we'll be able to just, we'll say, well, I can't do whatever because Wednesday I'm recording. So
Definitely.
Right.
it'll be solid. So that's awesome. You guys can look forward to that. And then coming soon, we just have some cosmetic updates to the podcast that we're planning. So that'll be really good.
Exciting stuff.
Idrizzy will finally be on the cover of
Yes. Because I do not look like Sharon.
it. No, you don't.
Yeah, we're gonna get some new art and just some different transitional music for the podcast and stuff like that. So technical things and all that coming at you. Gotta live up to the hype,
That's right.
Yeah, because it's about to
Everyone's
be
talking
lit.
about it.
Spoiler alert. Just kidding.
I guess we can hop over to. Is that? Do I hear Pelipper coming?
What?
Are those his wings clapping? Is that his big dumb face?
Whoa. Who said that? I think he's carrying a parcel.
Oh, he totally is. It's coming in. Professor Chris, why don't you read that parcel?
It's time for Pelipper's parcels.
Our effects
Anyways.
are not going to be that. That's not.
No,
gonna be what it is.
This is just impromptu.
These are the quality effects you have come to know and love. Yeah, so we got a parcel in our email from Tom Fleet.
He means in the sky from Pokemon.
Yeah.
That's right.
I don't know what You mean
Digitally.
by, I don't know what you mean by
I don't-
email.
Okay, sorry.
The only way we communicate around here is Pelippers.
Carrier Pelipers.
Yep.
I prefer carrier P-dubs.
They probably can't carry a lot though physically.
That's true. But this one just carried an email. So, Tom says, "Hey,
Sorry.
supporters."
I remember seeing a picture of Gary flying on his Pidgey.
Yeah, he's like,
Because Ash can't fly on a Scyther.
Exactly.
Okay, so Tom says, "Hey, supporters, I just want to say a huge two huges.
Nice.
Thank you for running the Supporters Podcast and Trainer TV, our YouTube channel. As a longtime Pokemon fan, it's great to finally find a Pokemon podcast I feel I can listen to and enjoy. Having taken a long break from the TCG, I didn't really know what was current, and you guys helped me to get all caught up and back on track to getting back into one of my favorite hobbies. I live in a small village in England, and as such cannot make it to a Pokemon League as there are none in my area. Watching your videos has made me feel as though I am a part of one, of one anyone. I think it autocorrected a part of one anyway, and I take great comfort in watching every new video that comes out. Thank you so much for making this trainer feel a little less alone, and I can't wait to hear more podcasts from you guys. Train on, Tom Fleet.
Hey,
Tom
train
Fleet.
on, Tom. That's so awesome.
Thank you for your kind words.
Yeah, I'm so glad that man, it's so crazy that somebody in England is listening.
I know.
You have to reward your Pelipper somehow, man.
Yeah,
He flew all the way
Yeah,
out
he
here.
really did.
all the way across the pond, as it were.
Yeah. That reminded me. Okay, we never introduced ourselves. We are the folks over at the YouTube channel Trainer TV. I'm the host, Courtney. I have Professor Chris with me, the smart one,
Hi.
and a Drizzy, the awesome one.
Smart and awesome.
Yeah.
See, I may be the original, but you're the extra crispy.
Okay. I like that. I like that.
I had a friend that used to always say that and made
Really?
me laugh all the time.
So, we do have a few more parcels from, well, okay, little recap. Last episode, we had a guest on named Jake, and he is an artist, and he basically led a discussion on the art of Pokemon. And he asked our listeners what their favorite Pokemon is design-wise, not like just because you like it.
Right.
So we did get a few replies. Nicholas McKay said his favorite design has always been Cubone. We had, let's see. Jacob said that his favorite Pokemon design-wise is Darkrai, as the idea of a nightmare Pokemon is so creative.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Finn said, my favorite design is Mega Lucario, my worst design is Timpole.
Timble.
Timple's pretty bad.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I legitimately forget that even is a thing, Timple.
Yeah.
Alright, and then we had Charizard TCG who said, best design is Shiny Eviltal, and worst in my opinion are the new starters. They look
Wow.
absolutely
Cool.
terrible.
Whoa.
It is like Littlest Pet Shop.
Okay. I guess I bet your favorite food is bacon because to me, shiny Evital
Yeah.
looks like bacon.
There's
Frying
nothing
bacon,
wrong with
yeah.
enjoying your bacon, though.
Yeah, we got a lot of good feedback from that episode. Everybody really
Awesome.
enjoyed having Jake on. So,
Great.
Shout out to you, Jake, if you're listening.
yeah,
Absolutely.
wherever you are. That is a rough, that's a rough...
Ooh.
All three. He
All
didn't
three.
even-
Hate
of
all
them.
three.
Hates all of them.
Yeah, he probably hated the last generations, too, so...
I mean, that's an opinion you can have. It's just really...
It's a wrong opinion, but you
Unpopular.
can... I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Once the other evolutions to these starters come, I'd like to know what you think. So let us know.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
that's true. Comment
Hopefully
again.
they changed your mind. You know.
Yeah, and actually we can table that because it leads directly into our discussion, but we have to do the news first.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
and now over to the news with
Professor Chris.
Over to you, Chris.
Well, let's see. It's going to be a hot one out here today. See,
Stay cool.
again, these quality sound effects.
Who needs a sound mixer?
Not me.
Yeah, when you have three of us.
Exactly. Yeah, so obviously the most hard-hitting news is we got release dates and starters and all kinds of crazy information for Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Yeah,
It's
unless you've been living under a rock, you know about this.
right, exactly. Unless you're living underneath a rock and rolla,
Hey.
fist bumps, then you would know. Okay, so it's going to take place on it's in a tropical region.
Which I think everybody called pretty much.
Right.
Everyone was saying like
It-
Hawaii.
And I heard Hawaii exactly.
Yeah.
Right. It's called the Alola region. I think it's supposed to be a play on Aloha.
Oh, I see.
Alola.
I see.
But it reminds me of Almamola.
Alamomola. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. But I mean, very obviously, Hawaiian Islands inspired, which I think is
Definitely.
going to be really cool because we've had, snowy mountaintops and we've had, ocean islands kind of, but it was like one big landmass.
Right.
And this I'm thinking is going to be more like the Sevi Islands in Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green that they added, where it's like a bunch of small islands that you kind of travel between. Um, but yeah, so the new Pokemon, that's probably the most exciting news that we got. It's the grass type Pokemon. I won't describe them in great detail because surely anyone listening has
I've
probably seen
already
them by
seen them,
now, or you can
exactly.
see
Yeah,
them.
and we're gonna talk about them later.
That's
so.
right. So, we of course have Rowlet, the adorable coconut barn owl Pokemon. Um, Grass and flying type, which is pretty cool. We haven't seen that since Tropius. And I actually think one of the most interesting things about Rowlet is it comes with a brand new move, the first new move that we know of. It's called Leafage or Leaf Age. It's kind of the grass type equivalent of Ember and Bubble.
I see.
And Grass never really had an equivalent
No.
to that. They had
Yeah.
Vine Whip, but not till later.
Right.
And even then, it was less accurate and slightly more powerful. So it's nice that they kind of give Grass an equivalent
Definitely.
to be treated as an equal.
How nice of you.
Well, grass always seems to be like the odd one out.
Yeah, it
All
really
throughout the
does.
years, I can only remember, not only remember, but the majority is always fire and water that people choose.
Right. Yeah, and that may be something here in the States as well because, um, even back with Red and Blue, they kind of started the fire versus water. Like these are the
Exactly.
main
Red
two
and blue.
things, right? Red and
Definitely.
blue. Whereas in Japan,
They
Venusaur's
got all
everywhere,
three, yeah.
and Blastoise is like almost nowhere.
Right.
I mean, not almost nowhere to be seen, but certainly less than Venusaur.
Definitely.
So, um, yeah, Rowlet is adorable. Rowlet is 1 foot tall, 3 pounds. I'll read you its Pokedex entry, as this may be something that people haven't heard before.
Okay.
So, Rowlet can attack without making a sound. It flies silently through the
What?
skies, drawing near to its opponent without being noticed, and then lashing out with powerful kicks. I would not have expected
Okay,
the
Rowlet with
kicks.
those little claw. What would you call those?
Talons?
Talons.
Underneath that are John Cena's legs.
I see. You're
So,
probably right.
like, they extend from his
Yeah.
feathers. um, it can also attack from a distance using the razor sharp leaves that form part of its feathers. So that's just kind of part of it. And the next one, Litten, which is my personal favorite and Courtney's favorite, is the fire type Pokemon. It's obviously a cat or a kitten, and it actually attacks with flaming hairballs. Its fur is rich in oils and immensely flammable. Litten grooms itself by licking its fur and then uses the collected fur as fuel for fireball attacks. So not only are you getting hit with a flaming, attack, but it's also disgusting half lit on fire vomit
Definitely.
shooting right at you there.
Definitely off-putting.
Definitely not choosing Litten now. No. Just kidding.
So yeah, Litten. I think that Litten's going to become a dark type.
That would be my best guess.
Right. That's just kind of my theory, I guess you could say. Um, and then the last one we have is Poplio. Poor Poplio. And what accurate music. Yeah, so poor Poplio is kind of the odd one out. He's the sea lion Pokemon, and his swimming speed is known to exceed 25 miles per hour. It's better at moving in water than on land, but on land it takes advantage of the elasticity of its balloons to perform acrobatic stunts and jumps, because it can snort out balloons made of water.
Because that's all trainers want.
So
is
many
your
bodily
Pokemon to have.
functions in these starters.
Poplio is like Cubchoo's sick cousin,
Yeah.
because Cubchoo
Oh
always
yeah,
has
it's
a
always that
snot.
booger.
So yeah, so Poplio has like these water booger balloons, and I I personally think that people don't like him. I know the reason why I'm not a huge fan is because it reminds me of Oshawott.
Definitely.
I mean,
Definitely. Maybe not Oshawott, first. To me, not the first, evolution.
right.
Not Oshawott itself, but like Empoleon. Or is it? Is it Empoleon?
Different line. Samurott.
Samurott.
Yes.
Samurott.
I do see that too, though. Especially with like the way that the nose juts out from the
Definitely.
face. It reminds you of Samurott's horn and stuff. Yeah, it just looks very. I don't know. It doesn't look as original as the other two do to me.
Yeah. We'll go more into depth later on it. So,
Okay, that
Yeah.
sounds good. And let's see here. Oh yes, release date is going to be November 18th in the United States and Japan, and our European friends will have to wait an extra 5 days till the 23rd.
Ouch.
that's not too bad though.
It's
I
not
mean,
terrible,
No.
but still, like, does 5 days really make that big of a difference?
I don't
They
understand
wait
why they
way
do that.
longer for movies, so.
That's true.
I mean, yeah, they'll have to avoid the internet basically for 5 days.
Yeah.
So, that'd be hard.
And so, along with all these new Pokemon, there was also another one that was revealed during one of the trailers, and it wasn't purposefully revealed, I don't believe.
No.
But it kind of looks like it is this generation's like Zigzagoon,
Yeah.
or something like that. Let me see if I can. Here's the picture. Let's see here. I'll zoom in as much as I can. Yes, here it is. So it looks like a little dog with these like curved horned ears and a big poofy
Big
tail.
poofy tail.
Yeah.
That's what I see.
And I actually see like a collar as well right here.
Oh, yeah?
Like a black collar on it.
Interesting.
Yes, I mean we don't have anything beyond that, but still interesting that it's like a legitimate leak. Like something
Exactly.
was actually accidentally shown. And it's just exciting to be able to see.
Yeah, and I was going to say in the trailer they released, somebody also, they went through it naturally and like pulled out all the interesting things. But, anyways, they showed that the same trainer is wearing two different colored hats. So, allegedly, you'll be able to do customization again, at least of accessories.
Yeah, and your skin color.
The
Yeah, and
hype
your
is
skin
real.
color.
And skin color,
And
you
skin
guys. I'm being represented in this game.
There you go.
I really love just the environment that this game looks like it's going to have.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
It looks really peaceful.
Cool. Yes, I think we've been getting a slew of XY11 cards released from the next set, and I think there's definitely one card that rises above the rest.
Oh, yeah. It's made big conversations,
Hmm.
with
People
a
are
lot
saying
of
it's
players.
going to be another Lysander's trump card and it's going to be banned.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen multiple people say that.
I do not think that one bit, honestly.
I
Me
don't
either.
either. I don't think it's nearly as much of a just ruin the whole
No,
thing.
it won't.
Right.
It does not break the game.
It's to
it doesn't.
dismantle a couple of specific decks.
Exactly.
Mhm.
The reason Lysander's trump card was banned was because it negated one of the winning
Win conditions.
win conditions. You can still deck out even though you shuffled your Pokemon back into your deck.
Right.
So for those of you that haven't seen Karen, what it does is where Lysander's trump card, you shuffled your entire discard pile back into your deck.
Exactly.
Karen only shuffles back you and your opponent's Pokemon back into your deck.
Bye bye, Night March.
And Vespiquen and expanded Plasma Flareon and
Anything that runs Maxies or Archies can also be countered.
that's true
You
because
need that Pokemon in the discard to be able to pull it out with Maxies.
yeah.
Hidden Ball Trick and Archie's Ace in the Hole.
The reception overall has been really good. A lot of people are excited because they're so tired of Night March.
Yes.
I laugh
So-
at the thing. One of the things one of our league members said. He said that Karen is a scientist because she cured cancer.
She just cured cancer.
Yeah, totally.
Although I'm not a big fan of Night March, but I don't think it's like a poison to the game.
No, I don't think
You
it's
know,
unbeatable.
it's not. It's definitely not because I mean, if it was, you'd see it placing all the time.
All the
Winning
time, yeah.
championships all the
Right.
time, and it's not.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I think it's going to be good for the game. I think that people are still going to be able to play Night March
definitely,
because not everyone's going to play Karen.
exactly,
You know,
exactly.
and life's going to go on, and ultimately the game ends up more balanced.
Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say, sometimes just certain decks they've had their time.
Right.
So
Well, and for instance, like regionals a couple weeks ago, I didn't watch a lot of the matches because a lot of them were Night March,
I did the
and I
same
was
thing.
just like,
Yep.
I know how Night March runs. One guy's gonna play 4 battle compressors in a turn, and then he's gonna attach a double colorless energy, and then he's gonna say Night March for 220 over and over and over
Yep.
again.
Exactly.
So I'm excited to see some more strategic and complex decks. I want to see more Greninja. I want to see
Mhm.
more um,
Trevenant.
Trevenant. Yeah, I want to see those types of
Exactly.
decks, like
Exactly.
setup decks. I love watching Mega Rayquaza decks in action. I think they look like so much fun.
Definitely.
Just how fast can you go? How fast can you get everything set up? And yeah, can't wait to see some more of those as a result of this card coming out. So, Karen, first of all, thank you for being an awesome Dark type Elite Four member who has an Umbreon. There's an Umbreon
Oh
on the
boy,
card.
here we go. Here we go.
And
he
she
only likes
balances
you
the
for
game.
your Umbreon, Karen.
That's right.
When are we getting a Lance card? That's what I'm wondering.
Seriously, I've thought about that because he seems to be super popular,
Lance.
just in the fandom as a whole. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe
They're bound to
soon.
make it.
Yeah,
And
Eventually.
it's gonna be something like if you have dragon cards in your deck, you win the game.
Probably. Seems like it should bring
Automatic
good
win.
balance.
Exactly.
That'd be awesome.
Or something like you can play 2 Dragonites in the active position.
That would be cool.
that would be cool. Or maybe like if you have a Dragonite in your discard, automatically bench it or
Yeah,
something.
something like that.
Yeah.
That
That'd
could
be
be
awesome.
cool. Oh,
Mhm.
Delta
built-
plus Dragonite.
Mhm.
Come back.
That's insane. Insane.
That'd be
Pokemon, are
great.
you listening? Do you listen to
These
this
are great
podcast?
ideas.
Yeah, man.
Come on.
You should hire us.
Really should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
fly
willing
us
to
to
work.
Japan.
I'll work for free. No, maybe not free.
I'll work for minimum wage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, other than those things, we've had little bits here and there. Like I said, it's Manaphy month, so go get your plushes, get your boxes, download your Manaphy.
Yeah. Plushes are a rich man's game. If you didn't know that.
Yeah.
so-
I read somewhere, granted, not sure if it's right or not, that it's only available online.
I think it might
The plush.
only be Toys R Us online.
Okay.
I'm not 100% certain
sure.
on that, but I also don't have the information right now.
That could be nice though. Keep it out of the employees' hands.
That is also a great
Unless
point.
there's something they can do, like
Yeah,
I know when it's gonna hit.
Right.
exactly.
Yeah, the reason I say that is because someone commented, saying, I'm a manager at Toys R Us,
Mhm.
and I haven't seen one come in or an order for one or
Oh,
something
wow.
like that. So,
Hmm.
who knows?
Oh, and I guess there is one last piece as well. The cash prizes for the championships were recently announced, and so the grand prize, the big Kahuna for Worlds TCG first place is $25,000.
Holy.
Second place is 15,000. Third and fourth 7,500. Fifth to eighth 5,000.
5th to 8th?
Yep, 9 to 12th, 2,500. 17th to 32nd, $1,500.
But I'm sure that all that is taxable, right?
I'm sure it's taxable, yeah.
Even though, still you're getting money, but...
Thanks,
I mean,
Obama.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks.
That is
But-
crazy to me.
Yeah, and so video game, oddly enough, okay, so World's TCG finishing is 25,000.
Okay.
World's video game finishing first place is
Yeah.
only 10,000.
Do you think they're gonna, complain?
I'm sure there's already complaining
Well,
going on.
Arguably, it takes a lot more work to make a good deck, in my opinion.
I agree with you
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
if you see the meta for VGC,
It's all the same.
it's all of 8 Pokemon.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
granted, I get it. I can't bring the same six as you as one of the top players and beat them.
Right.
But it's like everybody. It's as if there was like 90% of people playing Night March
Yeah.
Right.
at Worlds. Like it's. I mean, yeah. There's some skill, but it's gonna ultimately just be a very boring. You know. So I mean, I guess that's the way you can justify it. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. I love video game.
Mhm.
I love battling, but I can see why maybe they did that.
Yeah, I could see that too, and I think that there's actually a lot more competitors in TCG than there are video game.
It's also a very good point.
I certainly know there were more people playing TCG when we were there last year.
Yeah,
than
and I
video
was
game.
gonna say I think a big reason for this is you want to be competitive in VGC, buy a video game. You want to have a competitive deck, spend literally hundreds of dollars to
That's
make your
also
deck
That's
true.
good.
also a very good point because you're
Yeah.
always switching cards out.
Yeah.
You can always go breed another Pokemon.
Like
Right,
how
yeah.
many
trade.
boosters does the person who wins Worlds buy?
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be crazy.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
you travel a lot more because the video game championships they're very limited because I know we have very few here in Colorado, like
Right.
the premier tournaments they call them. So
Yeah. I'm just thinking that you want to invest in the people that spend more money on you. So
definitely,
Mhm. Yeah, that's
and I
probably it.
hopefully it doesn't hinder the numbers in VGC.
You know, 10,000 is 10,000 more than they were giving out in cash last year.
Definitely,
seriously.
definitely.
Let's look at it that way.
Yeah, even last place gets like, well, not last, but the lowest gets 1,500
Right.
in TCG. So
Yeah, I mean, shoot, if you if you go and you just go for the main hotel, flight, and food, and you finish 32nd place in TCG, your trip's paid for.
That's a very
yeah,
good point.
depending on where you're coming from.
Yeah, and then along with cash and stuff, I'm sure you get all kinds of boosters and cool promo stuff.
Yeah,
so-
hopefully still give out the price packs.
Oh yeah, for
okay,
sure.
good.
Oh, and Pokemon. It's June now, so I want to know what the theme is for Worlds. It's killing me.
Yeah,
If you
me
could let
too.
us know, that'd be awesome.
The pirate theme last year was pretty cool.
Yeah, it
Pirate
was really
Pikachu.
cool. I just want them to tell us.
I know.
Before we wrap up the news, I had a little thing because I'm like a Poke fan. So I think one of the coolest pieces of news is that the Pokemon Center website recently started carrying pins. Hello. So, okay, well, I like pins to begin with. I collect Disney pins, but I still think these are so cool. So, on the website right now, they have the Gudra line, they have Whimsicott and Substitute, they have Magikarp and Gyarados, they have the Dragonite line, they have the original starters, and the original legendary birds from Gen 1, and Hoopa Unbound. So, they just look really nice, and it's $12.99 for two, and it's $18.99 for packs of 3. There's a pack of 5 that comes with a lanyard. It's Pikachu with a Pokeball and 3 other balls, and that's $35. So it's like a starter, I guess.
Oh man,
Man,
yeah, it's pricey.
Yeah, but I could see it being really popular. I just think it's really cool. I like pins. So
I love pins too. I haven't found a cool way to wear them yet. Like you got your lanyard thing,
Mhm.
and I would do that, but that's your thing. I wouldn't want to copy.
hey, I wouldn't be upset.
Okay,
on
if
your
you want a
backpack,
lanyard of
you
pins,
can wear them
do
on
it.
your backpack.
I want to get a good backpack though. I don't like my big pink. It's actually
Oh,
my
yeah.
sister's, and I kind of stole it.
Kind of.
Kind of. I just kind of borrowed it without ever giving it back. but-
Okay. Well, that's fine.
And
I
it's pink
stole
and
it.
bright, and so I'm just like, no, I need a different backpack.
Yeah,
There you
the
go.
4 Worlds. Get a backpack.
Yeah,
Get
or
some
get one at
pins.
Worlds.
Ooh,
Yeah,
there's an
that's a good
idea.
So yeah, just a fun little thing. If you guys are looking for some merch to pick up, I would do that.
Yeah, there you go. More pins. And I suppose, very, very, very final piece of news
Yeah.
is going to be that tomorrow, as of the day of recording, so tomorrow being June
June
2nd, more Sun and Moon info is going to be released.
Mm-hmm.
And who knows what it could hold. we're waiting with bated breath, and by the
Yeah.
time you're listening to this, we all already know. But we're stuck in
The
the
knowledge is
past right
there.
now,
So we don't know.
so we don't know.
Yeah, and part of having a set recording schedule means that sometimes we'll miss this kind of stuff. But we're all on Twitter and we'll plug that later. So if you guys really want to hear our thoughts, you can just shoot over there and we'll definitely be talking about it.
Also, I thought of one more thing.
Hmm.
I know this is like the fourth time we've had an ending to
Yeah.
the news, but Pokemon Go beta has officially launched here in the United States.
Yes, none of us got in.
None of us got in, which is unfortunate. But it has been met with much more criticism than I was expecting.
Definitely.
I mean, I understand that it's a beta, it's not a finished product.
Correct.
And granted, this feedback comes from a lot of people whom I believe don't quite yet understand that. But in the Go beta, there is no battling other trainers. There is no leveling up Pokemon.
Huh.
There is no trading with other trainers either. The gyms that they have, apparently they said they pretty much just tie up your Pokemon with no real benefit to you. And so, like, if you catch a Pokemon and you really want it to be your main Pokemon, well, too bad, because the strength you catch it at is the strength it's going to be forever.
So you just go out and look for the strongest
Right.
Bulbasaur you can find, basically.
Right, and so, like, and then if you catch a whole bunch of
Right,
Bulbasaur,
it'll
then you can evolve
evolve
into
it.
an Ivysaur. But you don't do it through, like, battling experience.
I
or
hope
things like
I
that.
hope that they're taking a lot of the key functions out of the game for the beta. Just for, how can I say it? Like, it better not be this way, because I don't see how you can have a successful game without all those. The battling and trading are the key components to being a trainer.
Like, that is what
Yeah.
Pokemon's all about.
Exactly. And for you to take that away, I mean, like I said, I just hope it's just part of the beta. They didn't want to release anything
Right.
too crazy. Just maybe they're just testing out like the, data,
Like stress
statistics.
tests
Yeah,
and things like
exactly.
that,
Stuff
yeah.
like that, like functionality or, server, all that kind of. How can I say it?
All the technical
All the
mumbo
technical,
jumbo.
exactly.
Yeah, I think that either it's just a beta and all that stuff is going to be thrown in, or the Pokemon Company blatantly lied to everyone in the launch trailer saying you can trade and battle with your
Definitely,
friends.
'cause
Which,
I'm pretty sure I
I-
saw someone trading.
yeah, we saw people trading, we saw people battling.
Exactly.
I
Yeah, I
can't.
think these beta testers are expecting too much.
Yeah, I'm not ready to say that they lied to us
No.
yet.
Definitely not.
But yeah, it's definitely being met with some harsh criticism right now for that. And I think it's also because beta tests, kind of in the modern gaming world now, it's pretty much a finished product. Even
Yeah.
though every
Yeah.
time you boot up a beta, it says this is not an accurate representation of the
Most
final
likely,
game, this
yeah.
is merely a beta, blah, 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 blah. And this time they've actually taken that to heart. And they're like, hey, this, all the features aren't in, this is just a beta, whatever, but people
Definitely.
expect it to basically be the finished game.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's what beta tests are for.
Right.
Is for them to gather opinions, gather final thoughts, so they can really shape it to what people want it to be.
Right.
I mean, hopefully that's what they're gonna do.
Hopefully this time is what they're doing, because a lot of
Yeah.
times I feel like beta is used more for hype,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
but hopefully this time it's different and Pokemon is actually using it as a beta. This
Right.
is just a tryout. This is,
Mm-hmm.
but we're not letting you have all of the cake.
Right.
Just a little taste. So,
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
I still trust them.
Yeah. I'm not ready to say Pokemon's lied to us yet.
Never, never.
So with that, that is the end of the news.
So let's pop on down to our main discussion.
Pop Leo down.
Pop Leo down. We are just basically going to be talking about the starters, guys, because we haven't had a podcast since they released all the new Sun and Moon stuff. And we talked about it a little bit in the news. but we're going to elaborate and just give you our thoughts basically. I can tell you right off the bat, Rowlet is the fan favorite for sure.
Hmm.
Although that surprises me because, granted, maybe not a lot of people voted, but in our video 2 weeks ago or a
Mhm.
week ago, our vlog last week didn't. They had Rowlet at fourth place.
Mhm.
So the majority of our viewers that voted wanted to see the evolutions
Mhm.
before making their choice. Litten came second, Poplio came third, and then Rowlet last. So not sure if our viewers are
Hmm.
different.
Yeah, I was going to say I think our viewership is mostly male, which isn't to say that females can't like different Pokemon, but
Hmm.
a lot of ladies, I guess, that I follow on Twitter were freaking out about Rowlet.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
since we don't have like a huge female presence in our viewership, I would say that that's probably reflected in the results.
Okay,
I mean,
that's a
I'm
good
not
point.
being sexist. I'm
No, no,
just.
that's what it sounds like. No, I'm gonna call you out on it.
Definitely sounds like you're being
Yes,
discriminatory.
Let's
yes.
be real. Rowlet is the most adorable. Okay, if you're looking for an adorable starter, you have to pick him.
Do me a favor, Cord, and put on your glasses. Just kidding. Boom, boom. No, I'm kidding, guys.
You will slowly discern our opinions
Exactly.
and Andrew's opinions that none of them are great. So.
Yeah.
No, to be honest, in all honesty, all jokes aside, Rowlet is the most adorable out of all three.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Litten is the ugliest to me. Just
Oh
putting
my
that out there. Just putting
god.
it,
Really?
really.
Okay, let's do this. When you first saw them, what was your first reaction? Like gut reaction.
My gut reaction was actually to like Rowlet the most. And then after I saw Litten and contemplated the fact that he could become a dark type, that's when I really thought that that could be really cool. And then I saw Poplio and I was like, what the heck? What's Oshawott doing back here again? And then I was like, oh wait, this is a different Pokemon. And so then I just kept looking at the other two.
Okay. My initial reaction was, "Oh no, what have they done?" Because honestly, it didn't give me that wow factor. I was like, I try to find something that I liked, and I really could not. I don't know. I like my starters to be cute, but still have that power shown through them.
Like potential.
Potential like Charmander and like Cyndaquil still had that fire coming out of his back. I
Mhm.
like that, and these really don't show me. They just kind of seem like animals that just strolling around. They're cute. Don't get me wrong, except for Litten. But I try to find something that showed me that this guy's gonna be strong, but I can't see that in any of them so far.
Gotcha. My first reaction was almost the exact opposite. I saw them and I was like, holy crap, those are all likable. I think that everyone's gonna like these. And then when I saw Rowlet, I was like, Rowlet, Team Rowlet, picking Rowlet.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
midway typing.
Yeah.
Rowlet.
And then I saw Litten and I was like, my world. I just, in real life, I just love cats and he is so cute. But I disagree with Adrian and I think out of all three of them, he shows the most potential to be something that's really fierce. Right now, at least. Maybe because he's not like smiling or looking really like poofy and happy. And I like his little spiky tail. And I think what they did with the lines on his forehead are sort of really like, and his color scheme too is just like stark. So I was gonna pick Rowlet originally, but I think I'm gonna end up going with Litten just because he's more interesting to me. And Poplio, yeah, same thing. I saw Poplio and I was like, well, who's gonna pick that? So
Poor Poplio.
I might have to go Poplio just because nobody likes him.
well, and like you said, final evolutions could change everything.
That's gonna change.
Right.
Yeah, ultimately, that's gonna be my choices.
Right.
Which I'm like, this one looks strong. I'm picking this one.
Also, Poplio, when I saw it, I was like, there's a clown in this game.
Yeah.
It looks like a circus clown.
I've
Ash-
seen the fan art, and I'm like, that's not right. Like they're making him look so ridiculous with like
Yeah.
clown makeup,
It's
and if
the
they
collar,
do that,
especially.
I will never catch one or trade
Yeah.
for one.
Yeah.
'Cause
The collar makes it really bad.
If it okay, if Poplio didn't have that collar, I would probably like it.
Hmm.
I don't mind that it has the little pink nose.
I think the collar is what makes it really clowny.
Let me try and block it out of my vision here for a second. Yeah, it's adorable without the collar,
Yeah.
but
True.
I just don't like it. It's like frilly, and I also hate clowns.
Yeah.
I'll put that out there
For
too.
sure.
And
That has a lot to do with
right, so I think that's why I don't like it. Hey, and if people like clowns, maybe they'll like Poplio.
Definitely.
That's fine.
Hopefully,
but
with his evolutions, maybe he'll lose that because they
Oshawott did.
usually look tougher. So maybe they'll get rid of the little.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
See, and with Litton, posing what Courtney said, I cannot stand cats. I hate, hate cats. I've hated them all my life, which is probably why I can see the potential that it shows, but me knowing it's a cat,
Hmm.
it doesn't mesh well with me.
Yeah.
What about big cats like
See,
lions,
feline,
and
like yeah,
tigers?
I'm okay with those.
Okay.
Just not like house cats, and that looks like a house cat.
Okay.
It may
Yep.
turn into something that's like a big cat, and I might like it, but
Okay.
just like house cats or domesticated cats, I do not like, and that's what that
Oh.
looks like.
Yeah, let's talk about final evolutions. Why don't we start with Rowlet, I guess. What do we think, maybe? What do we think it's going to be, and what do we hope it's going to be?
I'll let someone else go first.
I'll start. We said Rowlet.
Yeah.
I, it with it being an owl, I can see like a little bit, not too much of a Noctowl appearance,
Hmm.
but something along the lines of big wings.
Yeah.
You know, the face. I feel like the face is gonna stay the same. Not as rounded and cute, but like the eyes will stay the same, and like it just may I feel like they're gonna make it look like a real owl. You know how they have that really round and like very sharp glare,
Yeah.
and just green feathers coming out everywhere. Like
That'd be cool.
its feathers are gonna be leaves.
Hmm.
You know.
That'd be cool.
I agree with that. Oh, like Tropius
Yes.
esque.
Hmm.
My thought on it is I can't I can't envision a design that's dissimilar to either Noctowl or Tropius. Because if he's a coconut and if they're doing the play on like a coconut turns into, a sapling which turns into a palm tree, then I'm like, dang it, that's Tropius, like the palm tree.
Right.
So I think I agree with you on like the big wingspan,
Hmm.
and I envision like palm tree leaves
I see.
as the wings, but I almost feel like it's going to become super tall,
Hmm.
like a palm tree
Okay.
in that
I can
way,
see that.
because it starts off super small, but then like shooting up and then having a big wingspan, and maybe it'll have like a super long tail to act like the trunk or something like that.
Yeah. I'm really excited because I was really excited with when Hoot Hoot and Noctowl were introduced, but
Hmm.
then they were kind of just like a letdown. You can't really use them, honestly. Noctowl is
Yeah.
just like, here's an owl.
Hmm.
Congratulations. So I'm really excited with the potential that Rowlet has just to be a cooler owl Pokemon in general. Um, but yeah, like Chris was saying, it's hard to picture because he's so squishy and little. What he'll look
Hmm.
like in
Yeah.
his final evolution. It's really hard for me to even pick something that he'll look vaguely like.
Definitely.
But probably like Adrian said, maybe like just a huge. It would be so cool if it was just a huge bird,
Hmm.
Hmm.
like really sinister
And
looking.
they may do that because Bulbasaur is fairly small. Venusaur gets huge.
Hmm.
Torterra, huge.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You know,
Hmm.
I mean, Meganium isn't as huge, but it gets a
Still
lot bigger
big.
in size.
Chestnut. is
Chestnut is big,
giant.
and
I'd like to see his legs maybe and his chest be made out of, a palm tree trunk where it looks like
Oh,
tiles.
that could be
Like,
cool.
I think that'd be really cool. And part of its Pokedex entry maybe it could be something about defense. I don't know.
Hmm.
Just shooting stuff out there.
with its legs.
Yeah.
That could be cool.
Hmm. The leaf thing, I'm not really sure how they're gonna bring that in. I mean, by leaf thing, I mean grass type.
Right.
The whole
Well,
leaf
it
thing.
kind of looks like a little bow tie.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe
Just like turns into a tie.
Yeah, it turns into like a double Windsor
Exactly.
knot tie. So like maybe second one's like what are the cowboy ties called?
bolos.
Yeah, like a bolo tie, like vines coming
Right,
down,
right,
and
right.
then last it's like a suit and tie kind
Yep.
of tie.
I was picturing like a cool collar. Maybe he'll look like he's wearing a tuxedo.
Whoa.
No, that's too penguin-y, huh?
What if he looks like Tuxedo Man from Sailor Moon?
Oh, that'd be sick.
Hmm.
Two Japanese things colliding.
It's so much Japanese.
Yeah, Rowlet, honestly, I hope that that's what the announcement is tomorrow. I hope they give us at least second evolution.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah,
I think we can only hope.
it's killing me.
Definitely. And what about Litten? What about Litten's final evolution?
It's pretty lit. And again,
So many fist bumps happening
So many.
in this room. Litten, I'm just really hoping for. My favorite animal is a tiger, so I'm really hoping for just a massive cat, just a huge cat.
I will jump on that boat
Yeah.
with you then. If it turns into a tiger, I'll say it right now. I will choose Litten.
Oh.
Hands down. If it turns into a tiger,
I mean, you have to say it's kind of indicative of that. It has stripes.
I can
It
see the
has
stripes.
a black body, and I know tigers aren't black, but
Right.
with the color contrast, just tiger-esque. I know it's not going to be like, whoa, it's a tiger,
Right.
but just like a jungle cat would be so cool because, like I said, with Rowlet and Noctowl, it's a step up, and they tried to do the cat thing with Persian, and nobody uses Persian. I tried really hard to use a Persian, and it doesn't really work. So
Is there a tiger Pokemon?
I was gonna bring up because technically Arcanine's a dog because
Arcanine, yeah.
Growlithe is the
Yeah.
puppy Pokemon,
Yeah.
but Arcanine definitely has a tiger's pattern,
Definitely.
yeah, but he is
He
still
is
a dog.
but he's still a dog,
Which
yes.
is why he's one of my favorite Pokemon of all time.
I
No,
like
but really,
Arcanine.
I love Arcanine.
Arcanine's cool.
He was like, I think, my second favorite after Charizard.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I met Dragonite, and then
Then I met
just
Dragonite.
jumped up the ladder.
We became best friends.
Yeah.
And I know it's not going to happen, but I think Dark type is pretty inevitable. But I would really like it if it was fire poison. So just throwing that out there.
Ooh,
Because when you
Interesting.
think about his hairball thing,
that's
that
not
can't
that
be
is
healthy.
not a bad.
Like,
Like-
toxic poison.
Yeah, that's not a bad prediction.
fireballs.
Honestly, that's a very good point.
So I would really like some kind of big toxic cat. That's what I would hope for. And I don't know what they'll do with the whiskers. Maybe make them.
Watch him be firefighting again.
Yeah. He all of a sudden just gets
Yeah.
ripped muscles.
If it's firefighting, I'm picking Rowlet. I'm not doing it.
I was going to say Litten's yellow eyes could also give a clue to a toxic typing to it.
Yeah.
They look like snake eyes. You know, just that sharp, like
The really
sharp
thin
lines,
pupil.
thin lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thin pupil lines. That's a
Yeah.
very good point.
Mm,
Ooh, maybe
Snake
we're onto
cat?
something. Oh man,
that
that'd
could
be
be cool.
crazy. He'd be like Jafar. See how snake-like I can be.
It grows like an extra head. They're all long.
Yeah.
like-
That
Whoa.
would be
People
weird.
just be like, go home, Pokemon.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
It's like
you're
a
done.
Hydra cat.
yeah, exactly.
What do you think?
Me?
Mhm.
I have a very different theory.
Okay.
And this is going to get a step deeper into the nerd level, all right?
Hold on to your seats.
Hold on to your seats.
Listeners.
Hold on to your butts, everybody.
When I think of a evil, because dark is evil in
Yeah.
Japanese, evil type. I think of there is a monster in Dungeons and Dragons. Okay, this is where we took another step
Now
into
you
that
know.
nerd
You lost
level.
me. You lost me.
This is where we took that step. There is a cat beast called a displacer beast.
Oh
Whoa,
my
that is sick.
goodness.
A displacer beast. So if you guys are able to, please look this up because you might get an idea of what I'm talking about. So this is a Black Panther-like cat with 3 tails and I believe 6 legs or 8 legs. And a displacer beast is always 3 feet away from where it appears to be.
Whoa.
So you think
That's kind of
it's
Zoroark-ish.
yeah, so you think it's in front of you, but it's actually like slightly to your right
That's
or something like that.
nuts.
That's crazy.
That's awesome.
And so if Lytton could continue on into the big cat family, I picture something like this, like a displacer beast, where it can shoot fireballs, but it's also very tricky. It's very scary. It's very feral, like this monster.
Yeah.
If it looks like that, you best believe I'm getting that.
Yeah, you guys have to just Google that, okay?
Yeah,
It's Displacer, DIS.
Placer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with that. Yeah.
So and they've taken other fantasy elements before.
For sure. Yep.
So I think it's a possibility they could draw some inspiration from this, but um, yeah, not something I would want to meet in real life
Oh,
for
no.
sure.
I was gonna bring up too, going off of different like folklore. It is based in Hawaii, so I keep wondering how much they're going to include of that culture,
That's a
and
very
because
good
there is
point.
a lot of Hawaiian folklore and beliefs and stuff like that they could really use.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know a lot about it, unfortunately, so I can't. Um, what's that stinking word? Something past. Okay, I can't. Yeah. I can't take any guesses regarding that, but I'm sure that there will be quite a few that do include something like that. So let's move on to Poplio, probably what's going to be the hardest for us to envision for a final evolution. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, sea lions are really cool and actually very territorial, so they could do something with that.
I guess I'm just stuck because we have Dugong, we have um, Walrein.
Mm-hmm.
We have Pokemon to represent this animal family
Yeah, kind of, you
already.
can even go like Sfeel, which is like a walrus,
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
walrusy whale type.
and I mean, Walrein is pretty fierce. He's pretty cool.
Right. I love Walrein.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorites.
So I don't know. Clearly, they know they have something.
Yeah, they have
You
something.
like Walrein, really?
Yeah, I do.
I think that looks like a clown.
Really?
Yeah, with like the little white wig.
No, he has like a regal,
Whatever that is.
like judge's
I wouldn't
beard.
call it a regal. I'd call it like a clown wig.
No,
You know how clowns are half bald?
Chris.
no,
No.
I am. No,
It
look at
looks-
that.
No,
It
looks
looks
like a clown.
awesome. It's a beard. He's manly.
He kind of, to me, it looked like a wig. Yeah,
All right.
like
Well,
a Regency wig.
Poplio's not going to look like Walrein, so calm down. Just kidding. I don't handle criticism well.
No, he really doesn't. It's because he's really wrong. So when he is wrong, you just have to pinpoint
I
it.
just go into a defensive
Seriously.
rage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what Poplio is gonna. I mean, he has ears. Is that anything? I don't know.
I mean, just is that anything? Assuming they don't push the clown thing, he could be really cool. But because the clown thing is present, I feel like it's gonna be there in the final evolution.
Well, I thought that a clown thing was gonna be there with Oshawott too.
See, that's where I disagree with you guys. Because when I saw Ashua, I didn't think clown at all.
Hmm.
He wasn't
didn't.
indicative to me of
I didn't
anything
No?
either.
clowny.
No, I think he's
So-
super cute.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know. What do you guys think, listeners? Do you have any ideas for Poplio?
I'm trying to think of like circus tropes.
I was thinking he could evolve into like a ringmaster, like final evolution.
I really hope they don't add more props to his.
Yeah.
Like, I'm okay with Delphox, having a stick,
Yeah.
stuff like that, but don't give him like rings to throw up while juggle while he's battling,
A la Hoopa.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say we
you
already
know.
have Hoopa. Yeah.
or bowling pins or something. Don't
Yeah.
do nothing like that because
Yeah.
that's just gonna make it ridiculous.
Yeah. And I'm just trying to think about sea lions. I don't know where you can go with that.
Yeah, it's
But
pretty straightforward. It's
yeah,
not like,
it's just a
I mean,
sea
Litten,
lion.
it's a cat, but you can branch out into many different kinds. If
Mm-hmm.
it's a sea lion, it's like it's gonna turn into a bigger sea lion.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Right.
I'm
and
just
then
picturing like a huge fat seal.
exactly, and that's only the second evolution. So then, like the third is gonna be even
So
fatter.
what is it? Just like a huge blob of blubber that
Yep.
just sits on its
It's like
opponents.
Snorlax, but from the sea.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Aqua Snorlax.
Yeah. I don't know. I hate to be just like really critical, but I
It's
really don't
tough.
see what they're gonna do
It's
with it.
tough.
Yeah.
Hopefully they surprise us.
Yeah, I hope so.
Although I'm thinking that one. I mean, here's my question to you guys: which do you think will have um, a stronger attack, a stronger defense, and which will be quicker?
Hmm.
Hmm.
I think quickest will be Litten.
Really,
Interesting.
I'm thinking Poplio.
I thought of Poplio because of his texture, because he can just like shoom, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But then I thought Litten because, people say like, oh, you have the reflexes of a cat,
Of a cat, correct?
and stuff like
Definitely.
that. So.
See, and my thinking is him being, they're making that like little circus, you know, twist to him.
Mhm.
Um, balance. And just
Oh, I
very very
see.
nimble.
Yeah,
That's what
coordinated.
I think about it. So he's gonna be very quick.
Yeah.
I think Linton's gonna be the most powerful for attacks,
Hmm.
and then if you want to get a little deeper, Rowlet for special attack.
Hmm.
Hmm.
But although they did say he kicks with his feet,
Yeah,
with
so
his
apparently
talons.
he's also Hitmonlee, and we never knew. I think that Rowlet is going to be the offensive one. I think they're going to try and bring grass into the spotlight
Okay.
with
Okay.
Rowlet.
I don't have a problem with that. Do
And
it.
yeah, and I think that Litten is actually going to be defensive
Hmm.
because so like I guess in the design area, Litten is very put together, like very, I don't know, like condensed. And you could argue the same thing about Rowlet, but when it spreads out, like very thin wings,
Definitely. I see
thin
what you're saying.
tails, tiny legs, and Poplio has like these, fanned out fins and a very slim body. It's not. It doesn't point to a defensive Pokemon, and I think that Litten's actually does a little bit. And even there's this other concept art down here,
Uh huh.
and when he shoots fire, like a spike pops out of his back,
Definitely.
and I think that is also like porcupine
I see what you're
defensive
saying.
measure. So
Yeah.
just that's my 2
That's
cents.
actually a very good point because Linton seems to be the most calculated out of all of them. Like it's just watching,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of cats are they that like Corny was saying they react,
Mhm.
which means they don't they're not the ones to make a move. They react to what's happening.
Right.
So he could be very defensive. Just watching your every move.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, and actually, jungle cats or like bigger cats, um, take a lot of time to hunt. Like they watch, they stalk, they
See,
analyze,
that's a very good
then
point.
they hit like really fast.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I'm just saying it's different from a little kitten. That's
Right.
like,
No.
Right.
But you can kind of see him turning into something like that.
yeah, for sure. Yeah. I'm really stuck on Rowlet. I'm sort of torn because I can see them pushing attack for sure. But I just think it would be cool if he was just a tank. Just like a tank bird.
Oh, but he
I
has
think that'd be
horrible typing for being
Yeah.
defensive.
Oh, that's gonna
Yeah.
be like
Ice type,
4-time
fire
weaknesses
type.
everywhere.
Yeah.
That's true.
But
I'm just saying I think it would be cool.
no, yeah, it
That's
would
what
be
I
cool.
think.
Like a big hulking mass of owl.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, maybe he'll become grass fighting.
Because really,
He'll grow fists on the end of his wings.
how about nobody becomes fighting?
It's basically Halucha.
I was gonna say we really need a good bird.
Do you think Poplio is gonna have a second typing? I mean, we've already said fighting, fire, dark, grass, flying, water.
Maybe ice.
Could be. I was gonna say maybe ice.
Have we already had a water ice though? Starter?
Mm, no,
Samurai.
because Empoleon's water steel, and Samurott is
Water.
just water.
And Greninja's Water Dark. Yeah, no, not yet.
But they can learn ice type.
They can all learn
moves.
ice type
Mhm.
moves.
I want them to do like a water fighting.
That
Are
could be
you just
cool.
saying that? Or you really do?
I really do mean that. Like
Okay.
it's different, you know.
Yeah, I think Keldeo is the only water fighting we have right now.
And to be honest, I forget that he's even fighting. So,
Because he's a horse.
yeah, because he looks like a horse.
He's water and running. That's his type.
Yeah, water and running type. Yeah, that could be cool. A fighting
I
type.
can see because his would you call them paws or fins? Poplio's
Flippers.
his flippers seem to be very fanned out,
Hmm.
you know, and maybe they're used for hitting when he gets
Slapping
bigger, like a
type.
big slapping type. Yeah,
Yeah,
thunder slap.
I could see that. Double slap
Yeah,
could be one of its moves.
exactly.
That could be cool.
Yeah, seems like he'd be good at that.
I'm guessing his first move is going to be called bubble.
I am going to guess that you're right.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I
So
just hope that nobody gets screwed over with the first gym. Like, I hope the first gym is just something that
Even for everybody?
can,
normal type.
Yeah, that everybody can do.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you, it's very discouraging. Like, you're just starting off and you just get stuck.
Yeah, you're like, oh,
Got my starter, got my Pokeballs, here I go. And then it's like, wall.
oh, well, time to grind for 4 hours.
Yeah,
Yep.
for sure.
Looking at you, Brock, starting with Charmander.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. Or starting anyone who started with
Or
Fennekin.
Pikachu.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, starting with Pikachu. Ugh. So yeah, I'm Team Displacer Beast for Litten. Let's go that route.
Yeah, I guess we can just end with who we're picking. Maybe a backup. Because I think we've all said, like, if this happens, I'm picking this.
Yeah, that's
Hmm.
true. Well, I honestly don't have a choice right now. Like I can't pick any of them. It'll be a coin toss for me the way the way it sits right now.
Three-sided coin, huh?
Oh yeah. I'll flip it and it lands on its side.
There you go. None of them.
Yeah, none.
I'll be like, is this Inception?
Yeah.
What's real?
Seriously.
Well, there you have it.
Are you not going to pick one? Or
No, I'll pick one. So, okay, so if Litten ends up being horrible, I I hate clowns with a fiery passion, but I would just want to see where Poplio goes, just out of curiosity. So I think if Litten ends up being terrible, I may go with Poplio.
I'm going to say, if you had a gun to my face saying choose,
which we do right now.
exactly.
You guys can't see it.
I may have to go with Poplio.
Hmm.
You know, it's
He's,
just
he's the wild card.
he is the wild card, and I
Yep.
feel like I'm going to put my chips on him, and I know it's like you're taking a risk. It could be you could be disappointed, or it's like, yep, made the right move.
Yeah, for sure. I was going to say, it scares me with Litton because for me, he is the standout, and to me, it looks like he has so much potential to be so cool. And that's really scary because if it's not what I'm hoping, I'm just going to be really disappointed. So I would say Litton and then backup is Rowlet for sure. And then Poplio, I think it could be really cool. Like if they stretch him out and make him really sleek, maybe. That could he could be pretty cool too. So, but he's still my last pick right now.
Poor Poplio.
I've seen him get a fair amount.
No, he's
of
got some love, especially in
Yeah.
our league too.
Oh yeah,
There's a couple of people that really like him.
Yeah.
But yeah, time will tell because even with the last group of starters, everyone originally hated on Chespin, but a ton of people ended up picking Chespin.
I love Chespin.
Yeah, that's who I
I'm
picked.
not too big on Chestnut and
Quilladin.
Quilladin.
That's
Quilladin
a stupid
looks
design.
really bad.
But I love Chespin. Chespin
Yeah,
is so
Chespin's
cool.
adorable.
Yeah. Legendary wise, I don't think any of us have changed our minds because they did show footage of both of them
Yep.
in the trailer. But I'm still sticking with Sun.
Solgaleo or Solgaleo. We still don't know.
however it's going to be pronounced, and Lunala.
Lunala.
Oh, do you want to enlighten us to that
Yeah,
name, by the
definitely.
way?
Nala. When I first saw that, granted, Spanish comes from Latin, but even in Spanish, if you split that word, if you split Lunala, Luna means moon in Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
Ala means wing.
Oh, that's cool.
So
That's
if you
cool.
look at it, put it together, it's like
Yeah.
moon wing. And if you see Lunala, it's like this giant creature with huge wings. Just makes up
Skeleton
its body.
bat.
Exactly.
The other one doesn't mean anything.
Well, Sol is sun,
Yeah,
and then Leo
is lion.
is lion.
Yeah.
And Chris made a good point when I said I thought it was Sol Galeo,
Mm-hmm.
and he said, judging because it's sun and moon,
Yeah.
and it's a star, Galileo.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So who knows? But
I think it's a three-way play. So I think Sol for Sun, Galileo for Galileo,
But then Leo.
and
for
then
lion.
Leo for
it's a
Lion.
lion.
Yeah.
That's a good word. That's a good
It's
I
a
do
pun
have to
within
say-
a pun.
pun in a yeah. That's like pun to the cube of
Punception.
3. Yeah.
Play the bois. Bois.
I think Moonwing is slightly cooler, but I'm still the name wise.
Oh yeah, for
But
sure.
I'm still going
for
with
sure.
Sun. And I'm excited to see what exclusives we'll get for each version.
Yes.
So
Well, here's looking forward to tomorrow.
I know maybe they'll give us some more info on these guys.
Yeah, cause okay, I'm just trying to think of the names for the starters. Obviously, Litten, lit, fire,
Hmm.
and the kitten. Did they talk about the names in the Pokedexes
Uh,
or
think
the
so.
descriptions?
no, they didn't mention why.
Poplio, Pop, because he's with bubbles, and
Mm-hmm.
and then Leo could probably
sea
be
lion.
the sea lion. Rowlet is the one I'm having. Owl,
I
I
think
guess. in
Owlet
the
is a
word.
baby owl.
Is it?
Hmm.
That I didn't know. See, okay.
Yeah.
And I think
I just
R
answered
for
my question.
round.
Oh,
Round
maybe.
owlet.
Maybe.
Rowlet.
But what owlets aren't round though?
Well, no, but he's specifically a coconut.
Oh yeah, that's
So-
true.
Yeah.
Are you saying that because of the shape, or
I
what do you mean?
and
coconut?
also, yeah, his shape,
Uh-huh.
and then the coconut's holes, the black.
Oh,
So take your Rowlet bowling. Just
yeah. Seriously.
If
he might. What were you gonna say? Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, if Rowlet bowling is not a mini game in this in Sun and Moon, I'm gonna be severely
add it to
disappointed.
a me.
Well, they
add
might-
it to a me.
They might do that if they give Poplio bowling pins to juggle,
That's a good point.
and then you have Litten jumping through, fiery hoop like a
Oh, there you
flaming
go.
hoop.
The whole thing's just a circus.
Just it's all a circus.
People
You
are
put up all 3
outraged.
together.
Don't
They-
buy this game.
It brings contest to a whole new.
Yeah, they
Whole
actually
new
did
level.
away with battles. It's all circus performances.
Yes,
now.
exactly. There you go, Pokefan Courtney. You got new types of contests.
Sex. Yeah, that's a contest I don't want to be a part of.
Sign me out.
Yeah, we'll have definitely plenty of more theories and
Oh
and all that junk coming up. But we just wanted to address the starters because we haven't really gotten a chance to. So
Mhm.
I'm sure on our next episode we'll have more stuff to do.
That's right.
And I'm just excited because it comes out November 18th, so I can play it while I'm on maternity leave.
Nah.
That's gonna be nice.
So that's awesome. Assuming I have time to play it.
I'm
It's
sure you
anybody's
will.
game, so.
You'll find time.
Well, thank you so much for joining us for another episode, guys. We really love having you and just sharing our thoughts with you and hearing everything you guys have to say. So we hope that some of this was helpful to you on your Pokemon journey. And my name's Courtney. If you want to catch up with me, you can follow me on Twitter. My handle is @KitchyCourtney, KITSCHYCORTNEY. And when we first started the podcast, I would say that you could follow me on Instagram, but I kind of stopped that just because it's hard because I don't know who everybody is and it's hard to filter out like followers and people who actually want to follow me. So just ditch that. Yeah, so catch me on Twitter.
And I'm Professor Chris. You can also find me on Twitter at Professor Chris O. I will certainly be tweeting out tomorrow, which is probably in the past by this point. So if you talk to me, we had like a conversation in the past and in the future right now. So just let that sink in. And yeah, that's pretty much going to be the place. And I'm going to start up streaming again. I kind of just ended up inadvertently taking the month of May off of streaming. But so back on Twitch at Professor Chris Ho.
Alrighty, guys, and I am A Drizzy. You guys can find me on Twitter at Elite4ADrizzy. That's the number 4. So it's Elite4 A Drizzy. Or on Instagram at A Drizzy Collects. ADRIZZY Collects. You guys can catch me on there. Let's have some conversations. Talk it up of all Pokemon stuff.
Yeah, and you guys can, if you want to reach all or any of us, you can also email the podcast, which is at supporters. I never get
The supporters at
This
AOL.
is so great.
really bad.
The Supporters Podcast
at
AOL.com.
I was so stuck in Twitter, like
She doesn't check the email.
I check the
He
email.
checks
Just so
the
you
Don't
guys,
worry.
just so you listeners know.
yeah, there is someone responsible doing it. It's not me.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, that's how we get. That's how we got our parcel today. So
Yeah.
there's a live human checking it.
Yes, don't worry. I am alive
Yeah.
most of the time. All right, you guys. That time has come once again. Slap down that card and shuffle both your Pokemon and your opponent's Pokemon back into your decks. Hello, Karen. Good night, Night March.
Bye bye, Best Queen.
But you can only play one supporter per turn. So until next turn, we're the supporters.
Gone forever and I'll never recover. Gone forever and I'll never recover. Gone forever. I'll never recover.
Yo champs, on the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Yo, champs in the making.
Now once more with feeling. Yo, champs in the making. Champs. Whoop whoop.